today I'm going to demonstrate how to do a clutch-up wheelie, how to get the front tire in the air by using the throttle and the clutch, as opposed to doing a power wheelie where you just roll the power on or maybe blip the throttle, bounce, and then bring it up. The clutch-up wheelie is far more effective in controlling the rate that you get your front tire in the air. Doing a power wheelie is usually done in first gear, and it's a little sketchy. Throttle response is tough there. So what I do is second gear clutch ups. I find that the front end comes up a lot smoother. You can reach the balance point without jerking past the balance point, having to use the rear brake to bring it back down and bounce all over. So when you do a clutch up wheelie in second gear, the front end just tends to come up nice and smooth, non-violent, and it brings you right up to your balance point, nice and smooth. At first it's a little bit daunting because there's a lot involved. You got your throttle, your clutch, and you're afraid it's going to just flip right over. I'm finding that on my bike, second gear, between 3,500 as an entry point, 3,500 RPM, and up to a certain point, maybe 6,000 or 7,000 RPM, the bike will come up nicely. I'm riding a leader bike right now, 4-cylinder leader bike. Different bikes, configurations are going to respond differently. Obviously, the leader bike 4-cylinder is going to respond differently than a 600 4-cylinder. A leader bike twin is going to have a lot more torque, so you're going to have to adjust that way. And the same with a 600 twin, 650 twin, you're going to have torque. So you may need to use a different RPM entry point. I'm not going to tell you what RPM to start. You have to practice, and find that sweet spot on your bike. But on my bike, an entry point of 3,500, 4,000, blip the throttle, clutch it in, let the clutch out. It'll come up nice and smooth, as I'm going to show you. I'm going to demonstrate this. And it's just a matter of practice. Just do it and do it until it's consistent. Start slow. At first you're going to bog. You're not going to get the front. You're going to get discouraged maybe. Some of you might be very talented that way. You might get that thing up there right away. Others are going to be a little bit discouraged. Just keep with it. Keep with it. Go a little higher on the throttle. Also, I find that if you're bogging, it's not always the throttle. Sometimes you're not bringing the clutch in long enough. It's a fast motion, but sometimes it's too quick. You're going to bog. So even if you're bringing in all the throttle and you're finding you're still not getting that front end up, bring the clutch in a little longer, and the RPMs are going to rise, and when it's going to come up. That's why I can't tell you exactly at what point where to put the throttle, where to do the clutch. You have to practice that over and over again until it's consistent. Your fingers are going to get tired. Also, it's a two-finger. I use a two-finger clutch method. That way you can get your hands back on the grip. At first you're going to be tight and tense, maybe trying to pull the bike up, and let the bike do the work. That bike is going to come up no matter what you do. Relax, let the bike do the work. It's going to come up. And when you relax, you have a better throttle control. You're not going to be out jerky with the throttle or panicking. One thing to do, very important, cover the rear brake. Always when you enter a wheelie, have your foot over the rear brake. In case you get past that balance point, you let off the throttle, it's still going to be coming back. That's when you can use the back brake. Now, I've never had to do it, and I don't know, I'd probably stomp on it and bring it back down and do an endo. Who knows? But I'd rather do this way and bring it over that way, which, I've come close to 12 o'clock, and you can feel it. It kind of wants to, when you feel like your butt's going under the bike, that's when you want to kind of, that's why you want to have your foot on the back brake, because when you let the throttle off, it can go either way. So cover the rear brake, be safe. Baby steps. Start slow. Like I said, you're probably going to bog at first, then you're going to maybe get it up there 2 inches, and you're going to feel like you're 2 feet high, or you're going to feel like that bike is way up there. But start small, and don't try and carry it yet. Just get it up, bring it down. Get it up, bring it down. Then you're going to find you can go farther and farther, and then you're going to find you're going to be teetering on that balance point, and that's a whole other story. That's a whole other lesson. You just want to kind of carry it, not this time, but before you get onto that balance point, you want to be able to carry them. But this lesson, or this demonstration today is just to get that clutch so you can get it up there and you can feel it coming up nice and smooth and bring it back down. At first you might be banging it down, but you'll get over that. You'll have throttle control. It just takes practice. Anyway, enough of me blabbering. Let's get on the bike and go. Oh, one thing, it's how it looks. I do a couple of slow motion to see how it all works. It's very fast, but the slow motion you can kind of see what happens is I have 2 fingers on the clutch. I'm at my entry point, let's say 3,500, 4,000 RPM in second gear. Make sure you're in second. If you forget, if you get used to second gear and you forget and you're in first, you're going to bring that thing up fast. So that's what, cover the brake. So here's what I do. I've got it second, maybe 3,500, 4,000 RPM. It's very fast. Clutch is all the way out. Bring in the throttle, and at the same time, clutch. The RPM is going to come up and let that clutch out. The front end is going to start to come up, and then you're going to gradually adjust your throttle. I'll show this in the slow motion. You'll see it happen in slow motion. I was going to say something and I forgot. Let's go back. Clutch and let it out. I don't know. I'll think of it and come back to it at the end. I mentioned cover the rear brake. Anyway, let's go to the demonstration. Let's hop on the bike with your gear. You're going to get flamed if you start showing off doing wheelies without your gear on. Where's your gear, dude? Or helmet, gloves, jacket, boots. I wear jeans, but I know I should have full leathers on, so go ahead, flame me. But anyway, so let's go ahead and do some wheelies. Alright, so here we go. Here, coming up is a slow motion. Watch closely. And see the throttle go? The clutch is out. I guess it's better just to watch than me talking. Here we go. Comes up nice. Let's watch a few more. Throttle on, clutch in, clutch out, all at once. Very fast, but you'll get the hang of it. Just takes practice. I tried to talk while I was doing this on my GoPro, but the sound sucked, so I'm going to do it in a voiceover style here. Just kind of watch as I go. You should be able to repeat these over and over and over again. It's a sound too. You get used to the sound. I notice. I can tell when I'm bogging. It's a huge difference in the sound. So it's a feeling. It's also a sound like that one. Hear that, the pitch. You know it's right. You know when you let that clutch out, it's going to come up just perfect. After you do these a while, you just keep practicing over and over again. It just becomes second nature. At first it's going to be a little bit awkward, the feeling. The trick is to relax and let the bike do the work. You don't have to pull it up like a bicycle. Let the bike do the work. It's going to come up. Once you hit that sweet spot, it's going to feel nice. Practice going up and going down, and then going up and going down. Try not to bang down on that front end. Have some throttle in when you come down. Otherwise your mirror is going to look like my right one over there, dangling a little bit. Like that. Bike lane. I'm tending to drift in this video for some reason. I don't know. I'm drifting over to the right. Hanging a little to the right. I think I got some slow-mos coming up the end here.
quick motion, but you can see it if you watch closely. You can hear it. It's a sound you get used to. Here comes the slow-mo. Watch. Clutch and throttle. I've noticed I'm doing it at the same time here. Still, it's so fast I think the throttle comes on first, but... And then now watch, I'm adjusting the throttle, backing it out a little. You can see my hand move. Prevent it from coming up so fast. Watch again. Here it comes up. See the throttle. Boom. Clutch is out. It's coming up. Now watch, a little relaxed on the throttle. I'm just kind of holding it where it is instead of keeping it coming back. And you can see me letting off the throttle a little bit. Front end kind of settles. Back up. And all at once now. Like from the outside. All right, hey, thank you. Let's see.